The theory of evolution explains how populations change over time. Biologists try to understand the structure, function, behavior, and interactions of organisms and with one another by considering them in light of the long continuous process of evolution. In this section, I won't be going into too much detail about evolution, but I will give you a brief overview of it. First, we need to understand how biologists organize organisms that have evolved over time, and then we'll summarize the mechanisms that drive evolution. Systematics is a field of biology that studies the diversity of organisms and their evolutionary relationships. And taxonomy is the subspecialty of systematics, that is the science of naming and classifying organisms. In 18th century, Carolus Linnaeus, and you should remember this name, developed a hierarchical system of naming and classifying organisms, and that is called the binomial system of nomenclature, also known as the Linnaean system of naming and classifying organisms. And this binomial system of nomenclature, it's two parts. We have the genus and the species epithet. It's a two-part name. So in blue, it's the genus and species epithet. And this is how they name species. Species epithet. And this whole thing is the species name, species or scientific name. Those two words are used interchangeably. An example is the human species. Our species name is Homo sapiens. In blue, this is the genus, and this part is the species epithet. Another example is the domesticated dog, Canis familiaris. This first part, the genus, and the second part is the species epithet. Remember, this full name, a genus and a species epithet, is the name of the species of the domesticated dog. Another example is Canis lupus. That is the common name for that is timber wolf. So this first part is the genus, and the second part is the species epithet. So there are rules to writing the species name. So let's write them down. Rules. The first rule is you must always capitalize the genus name. Capitalize the genus name. This is the genus name. And lowercase species epithet. This is the species epithet. This is also the species epithet, and this one also. Second rule is always underline or italicize species name. Okay, so let's apply those rules here. We're going to write these names again. So it's Homo sapiens. We're going to underline this because that is the name, the species name. I usually underline it when I'm handwriting the species name. If you are typing it, italicize it. So remember, I underline it and I also capitalize the genus name. Canis familiaris. I underline those two and I capitalize the genus name. Canis lupus, I underline it and I capitalize the genus name. You can also choose to abbreviate the species name if you'd like, and in writing, if you want to, you still have to make sure that you follow the rules. So if you want to abbreviate it, it'd be H, Homo sapiens would be H sapiens, but you have to make sure that you underline it and you capitalize the genus. So this would be C. familiaris. Make sure you underline it and capitalize the genus. And this one also, C. lupus. Make sure you underline this, underline the species name and capitalize the genus.